gotta believe.
Hello, folks. Wah, 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 wah. We went down in the rain yesterday. Headlines: Alouettes fly into town and rain down a beating on the Roughriders. Man, oh man, that was a shit kicking. Where do I start? I don't know. Maybe right from the start we started slow. It seems to be the way that Riders started the last few games. Exact opposite how we started the season, basically. But we just start slow, you know. We kicked the ball to Montreal, their first possession, take her right down, and they score a field goal. And what do? We turn the ball over, and they take advantage of it every time. Yeah, and that put us behind the 8 ball. There's so many things in this game that puzzle me so much, you know. It's pretty funny. Like, watch my game day video. They did to us exactly what I thought we'd do to them. I thought we'd chase Bethel Thompson down and stop the run. I thought it was a perfect start to the game for us, injury-wise, that their starting running back, Thies, goes down. They put in Scott. No one's even heard of him. He hasn't even played. I don't know if he's played it down in the league. Anybody's noticed. I had never noticed. And he runs for 120 yards. Jesus. Thurman got 1 tackle on the first half. You know, we couldn't stop the run. Leading defense in the league to stop the run, and we don't stop nothing. Like even Bethel Thompson ran with his lead feet for a first down, not a short yardage either. Oh, it was embarrassing. I can imagine what the players feel like after that one. The long bombs in the passing attack, I can understand that. That makes sense to me. You know, you're starting 2 new guys, Benny Sapp and Exume. He got exhumed all right. Man, they picked on him with Philpott. Philpott, I think, racked up about 230 yards passing. My God. Hey, it was embarrassing. I think they finally yanked him at last. But that Sapp, you know, he didn't play too bad. I didn't notice it anyway. You know, if you're not noticing him, then you must not be playing too bad. But I don't know why they didn't give Exume some help somehow. Like, gee whiz. It was disaster back there. Like, they only stopped Montreal for 1 punt. 1 punt. They punted all game. Yeah, so you're not going to win anything. You know, the only bright side of this is it was a good time to lose. It's this time, you know, we clinched a playoff place. Got 1 ticket made, and that's a bonus, you know. But the only other thing I'm worried about is how many guys did we lose? You know, they seem to be going down in the game one after the other. Ray went down. I think Carney was dinged up. Fry, looks like he had an iced up knee in the end. Rivas got dinged up. He was off, went to the dressing room. You know, how many others did we lose? The only bright side is we got a bye next week. But like I said, what really got me. I don't know how that, like, did they discover this Scott? Not, you know, that's the first time they've been over 100 yards this season. You know, they've got, that's about their 4th string guy. Fletcher, I think that Earlington, and Thies, he'd been playing for them. He's been 4th down the line, and he racks up 120, you know. And then they did try to move up to stop the run, and boom, you know, Bethel Thompson. That's one thing I said on my video there too, pre-game. I said he's been playing crap, but he has the ability. He has had really good games in the past, but he's Jekyll and Hyde. And oh man, I think his quarterback rating was through the roof in that game. You know, we'd send the house at him, bang, he'd get rid of the ball, and right behind where you're blitzing from, and off they'd go again. They just had them all, he had them all sussed up. You know, didn't make too many wrong moves. You know, three turnovers for us, a fumble, an interception early there that killed us. A fumble actually was fairly early, where they fumbled twice and managed to get the ball back. One right at the goal line, and then get a touchdown over it. It's the way the ball bounces in those ones. Yeah, the only thing that came through from my game day video is I put a check mark for Montreal being a desperate team. They proved that right. Gotta watch out for a desperate team. When a team wants it more than the other team, they generally come out on top. Anyway, like I said, I can understand the passing, getting beat by the passing game. Like, he didn't see much of that though. Youngka, our safety, he had to come help over there at Zume's side or something. Millington was always over there looking like giving him some encouragement, but my God, like, if you see that guy coming your way, get right beside him. We didn't even have many knockdowns. I don't know what else to say about this game. It was a beatdown. He got beat big time, and we didn't even get a sack, record a sack. Like I said, it was the exact opposite how I saw the game going. You know, with Bethel Thompson, you know, having a crap game, getting after him with his lead feet. Didn't happen. You know, we didn't run the ball. AJ ended up with fairly good stats, and so did the Riders actually. You know, like when Mare come in with your easy yardage when they're playing deep. And I have to give him credit though. He did look pretty good with it when he did come in, when he didn't actually have time, and he made time and rolled out and got out and made some passes on the run. That's Harris's biggest downfall. He's about a 3 out of 10 on scrambling and being able to avoid the sack when he's in trouble. He just got no moves back there. Where Mare, he's a little quicker. He managed to get out of that pocket, but like I said, they're easier yardage when the defense is playing off. But he hit him perfectly on stride, you know. And there's that's a lot to be said about that. It's good to see. That was my only bright part of the game, actually. You know, he hit some guys right on stride. Where Harris, his rating wasn't great. Even the long balls, when they got knocked down, it's because our receivers had to slow down. You know, threw behind a few guys. You know, he was only about half the quarterback rating as Bethel Thompson. And I'd never predicted that. I didn't. Same as the Edmonton game. I picked Edmonton. My God, Arbuckle. he had one of those crap games that he's had before. I believe he threw up about 3 interceptions. And the Elks, you know, their defense got a lot of new faces in there, and they give him all sorts of trouble back there. And they should have won that game if it wasn't for old Cody there. They're up 2 scores late in the game. He's got to keep a hold of the ball, and what's he do? Fumble it, and boom, score. You know, can't do that when you're up 10 late in the game. You got to keep a hold of that ball, and then they make a last minute field goal to win the game. That would have been another win for me. Went 50-50 this week. I thought I had it made watching the Edmonton game. They're doing well until Cody fumbled. Yeah, well, not my first loss in those games. And then the Rider one, didn't even have a chance from the get-go. Anyway, it'll be a short video. That's enough talking about this game. I have to move on. Hopefully the boys can recover, heal up their wounds. I'm not even sure who we take on next. Maybe it's Edmonton. I didn't really look. That won't be an easy game. They've been coming up the ladder pretty fast, and I thought they would have been better right off the bat, but they're coming on. Cody has sort of changed the situation around for them there, but we're gonna have to regroup, come out hard. Next game, got 2 weeks to rest. Anyway, boys, rest your bones, get all healthy again, and come back and get ready to pound out some more victories, because we got a playoff spot. That don't mean much. You still got to get those home game advantages if you can. Calgary's right with us now, and they actually could tie us and get in there and be in first place. Anyway, till next time, go Riders, go.